Hi everyone, today I'm going to introduce you to our Mark II Hinge Jig, which was collaborated with Dan Cox and myself at Benchdogs. So what's new with the Hinge Jig on the Mark II? So before you had to buy a 3-inch and a 4-inch block to do those relevant hinges. So what we've got here is we've got our standard 3-inch block, which has had some extra holes put in to allow the adapter of the 4-inch block to go on. So let me show you here. Using a 3mm Allen key, just release these screws, like so. And that allows the removal of the 4-inch screw, like so. Like that. And then as you can see here, it's our standard 3-inch block, but as I said, with the additional holes here, which then you still use this one if you're attaching it, which has a nylon tip so it doesn't damage the extrusion. And then when you want to go back to a 4-inch hinge, you then do exactly the same by just fixing that adapter to it, like so. The hinge jig itself works in exactly the same way as it did previously, where you can loosen these here and allow you to slide up and down the track. And then you've got the laser markings setting it at your 6-inch from the top, and here with the 9 inches from the bottom, depending on what height door you've got. Previously we had a system set up with the Imperial doors and another one for the Metric doors, but what we've done here is we've integrated it together, so one kit does Imperial doors and Metric doors as well as 3-inch and 4-inch. Other changes that we've put to the system is the clamping system. So as you can see here, the clamping system has now been made universal, so you can easily undo these, slide it out, and then fix it like you were before. That allows you to rotate it from if you're doing a left-hand door or a right-hand door. So how do I calibrate the system to the hinges that I've got? So loosen up one of the screws. You can see here I've got this top block and I've got this set to the level mark, which is your 6 inches from the top. And this allows this block here to move freely. And this is giving then the perfect fit for the hinge that you're working with. Because all hinges are slightly different. So no matter what hinge you use, you can easily just adjust, put it in, take it out, move it. And that's perfect. Given that the nibs here give you the 2mm gap that you need for when using a 16mm guide bush with a 12mm cutter. And now with your opposing block, ensuring that your nib is still the opposite here. Align your hinge like so, and then nip up your thumb screw here. Once again, making this a perfect fit for the hinges that you're using. Here you've got your leaf stops, so depending on what side you have your clamp on and what side you're working on the door, you can just push these over to the side here, tighten them down, and then we can insert the clamp block. And then that allows you then to set your clamp to the side of the door, like so. Now with the bottom part of the hinges, as you can see I've already set up here, you can just simply set your block here to the Imperial door size that I've got here, or to the Metric size, like so. In this case I'm going to be working with an Imperial door, and then setting the hinge like so. As you can see, I've already got the clamp installed on this one, and then connecting the hinge jig together like so. And there's your hinge jig all completely set up. So I'll show you on a door now and how that's made. So what I've got here is I've got a door which I've just got stood up for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to connect the hinge jig to the door. You would obviously have the door on a flat configuration. So as you can see on the blocks here, we have lip stops. So this here will allow you to set your hinge with a 3mm gap, and this one here is set for a 2mm gap. And what you can do is you just hook that onto there. Sure your clamps are out. Push this into the door, like so. That's all in place. And then clamp the door. The clamps have a rubber pad on the inside here, so when you're working with a door that's a finished door, you're not going to damage the door itself, allowing you to work freely. So as you can see, the good thing about the hinge jig with Dan Cox and myself here at Benchdogs, we have an open aperture. So there's no having to worry about if you're going to hit the jig with your router because you have to lift it up out the way. Once you've routed it out, you can just move with the freedom knowing that you're not going to damage the jig. Have we heard that's happened quite a lot with other jigs on the market. So there you have it. That's it working with a door. So now I have to then route out the hinges on the door frame. So to do that, what you do is you remove your connection thumb screws to the opposite side here, keeping them safe. You can see I'll put this one in here. Like so. And now you've got your stop here, which is giving you 3mm, or once again your 2mm, which is down here. You just switch these blocks around. You can then place that up to the door frame, like so. And then you can fix in with a screw here or here, depending on the door frame that you're working at the time. And once you've got that there, once again, it's just a matter of just then routing out your system with the open aperture here, which allows your hinge to then match with your door that you've just routed out. So there you have it. There's the hinge jig system from Dan Cox and Benchdogs myself. It's now available on our website at benchdogs.co.uk. The system now is complete as a 3-inch and 4-inch system, as well as Imperial Metric doors. So there's no other kits to buy or to add into the kit. It comes complete. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks a lot.